If you're over 65 or shopping for someone who is, the wrong SUV choice can transform a simple drive to the grocery store into a physically painful, mentally exhausting ordeal. While car manufacturers spend billions marketing their latest models to millennials and Gen Z, they rarely address the specific health challenges seniors face behind the wheel. Reduced vision, limited mobility, chronic pain, and slower reaction times that standard vehicle designs often worsen rather than accommodate. What most seniors don't realize is that choosing the right vehicle isn't just about comfort. It's about extending your driving independence by years or even decades. The difference between driving pain-free for another 10 years or hanging up the keys can often come down to seemingly minor design details that most salespeople never mention and most buyers never think to ask about. I've spent the last 6 months consulting with physicians across 7 different medical specialties, from ophthalmologists to rheumatologists, to identify which SUVs are specifically engineered to address the physical challenges of aging. These aren't just senior-friendly vehicles. They're doctor-recommended solutions to specific medical conditions that affect driving safety and comfort as we age. You might assume that luxury brands automatically offer the best options for older drivers, or that the newest high-tech features necessarily improve the driving experience for seniors. That's exactly what car manufacturers want you to believe, so they can upsell you to their premium models loaded with complicated technology that often creates more problems than it solves. What's genuinely surprising is that some of the most medically beneficial vehicles for seniors are mid-priced models with specific engineering priorities that happen to align perfectly with age-related changes in vision, mobility, and reaction time. In fact, several doctors warn that many expensive luxury SUVs with their complicated interfaces and overly firm, sporty suspensions are actually among the worst choices for older drivers despite their premium price tags. Even more revealing is what medical specialists shared about the industry's current obsession with touchscreen interfaces, a trend that multiple doctors identified as actively dangerous for older drivers, forcing them to take their eyes off the road far longer than traditional physical controls. While car manufacturers push toward minimalist interiors with fewer buttons, medical research shows this design trend is having disastrous consequences for driver safety among seniors. 1. The optometrist's choice. Subaru Forester. Dr. Melissa Kaplan, an optometrist specializing in age-related vision changes, explains that reduced peripheral vision and decreased neck mobility create a dangerous combination for older drivers. Many seniors I see have lost 20 to 30% of their peripheral vision, but don't realize it because the brain compensates, she explains. Combine that with arthritis in the neck that limits how far they can turn their head, and blind spot checking becomes a significant safety issue. This is precisely why Dr. Kaplan recommends the Subaru Forester above all other SUVs. The Forester's greenhouse design is exceptional for seniors with vision concerns, she notes. Most modern vehicles have thick pillars and high belt lines that create massive blind spots, but the Forester offers what we call a fishbowl effect, extensive glass area with remarkably thin pillars. The numbers back this up. The Forester offers 39.4 cubic feet of forward visibility, 28% more than the average compact SUV. Its side windows are positioned lower, extending further down than competitors, significantly improving lateral vision for shorter drivers or those who sit lower due to back pain. But what makes the Forester truly stand out from a medical perspective is its EyeSight driver assistance system. Unlike many competitors' systems that just beep warnings, EyeSight provides active intervention that compensates for the precise vision and reaction time issues seniors experience. The pre-collision braking system operates 30 to 40 milliseconds faster than the average senior driver can react, Dr. Kaplan explains. That fraction of a second can be the difference between a near miss and a serious accident. For seniors experiencing early cataracts, the Forester also offers exceptional lighting performance. Its LED headlights earned an IIHS superior rating specifically for their performance on curved roads, a crucial safety factor as night vision deteriorates with age. Combined with automatic high beams that activate and deactivate without driver input, the system significantly reduces the stress of night driving that causes many seniors to unnecessarily restrict their independence after dark. 2. The chiropractor's choice. Nissan Rogue. Dr. James Harrington, a chiropractor specializing in geriatric care, sees the painful consequences of poorly designed car seats every day in his practice. Lower back pain is the #1 driving-related complaint among my senior patients, he explains. Traditional car seat design creates pressure points and encourages poor posture, which can transform even a short drive into an agonizing experience. This is why Dr. Harrington specifically recommends the Nissan Rogue for his patients with lumbar issues. Nissan's zero-gravity seats aren't just marketing hype. They're based on legitimate biomechanical research, he notes. The 14-point pressure distribution system they developed with NASA creates neutral spinal alignment that significantly reduces lumbar strain. In clinical studies commissioned by Nissan, these seats reduced muscle fatigue by up to 24% compared to conventional designs. The key difference lies in the articulation points. While most car seats have 4 to 6 adjustment zones, Nissan's zero-gravity seats feature 14 distinct articulation points that can be positioned to match individual spinal curvature. What makes the Rogue particularly suitable for seniors is the combination of these seats with a higher hip point, the vertical distance from the ground to the seated position. The Rogue positions drivers at what we call the chiropractic ideal, high enough to ease entry and exit without being so high that it creates hip rotation stress during pedal operation, Dr. Harrington explains. For seniors with sciatica, the Rogue offers another crucial benefit: continuous lumbar support that maintains contact throughout the full range of driving positions. Many vehicles lose lumbar support when the seat is adjusted for shorter drivers, Dr. Harrington notes. The Rogue maintains proper support regardless of height adjustment, which is critical for sciatica sufferers. 3. The Rheumatologist's Choice. Lexus RX. Dr. Sarah Patel, a rheumatologist who specializes in treating seniors with arthritis and joint conditions, has a waiting room full of patients who can tell you exactly how a vehicle's suspension tuning affects their quality of life. For patients with inflammatory conditions like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis, every bump in the road translates directly to joint pain, she explains. The wrong vehicle can actually increase inflammation and accelerate joint deterioration. Dr. Patel specifically recommends the Lexus RX for her patients with arthritis concerns. What makes the RX exceptional isn't just that it has a soft ride, it's that Lexus engineered it with frequency-selective damping that specifically filters out the high-frequency vibrations that trigger joint pain, she notes. Most luxury vehicles are now tuned for sportiness, which is precisely what arthritis patients should avoid. The RX's suspension system uses fluid-filled engine mounts and body dampers that specifically target the 15 to 25 Hz vibration range, exactly the frequencies that research has shown cause the most discomfort for people with joint inflammation. This isn't by accident. Lexus engineers specifically tuned the suspension to prioritize isolation over handling prowess. Equally important for arthritis sufferers is the RX's steering system. Many of my patients struggle with hand strength and grip due to arthritis in their fingers and wrists, Dr. Patel explains. The RX offers the lightest steering effort in its class, requiring 24% less force to turn the wheel at parking lot speeds compared to the average luxury SUV. The climate control system also offers medical benefits for arthritis patients. The RX's rapid response heating system reaches therapeutic temperatures for joints approximately 40% faster than the average vehicle, Dr. Patel notes. For patients with temperature-sensitive arthritis pain, this quick warm-up can mean the difference between an excruciating morning commute and a comfortable drive. 4. The Physical Therapist's Choice. Hyundai Santa Fe, 2024 Plus Boxy model. Dr. Michael Townsend, a physical therapist who specializes in mobility issues among seniors, focuses on one critical moment that determines driving independence: the transition into and out of the vehicle. The #1 reason my patients give up driving isn't road safety. It's that they can no longer comfortably enter and exit their vehicles, he explains. Hip mobility limitations make this movement pattern increasingly difficult with age. This is why Dr. Townsend enthusiastically recommends the redesigned 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe for his senior patients. Hyundai's engineers have created what might be the most thoughtfully designed door opening in any non-luxury SUV, he notes. The combination of door angle, sill height, and seat position creates what we in physical therapy call an optimal transfer path that minimizes hip flexion requirements. What makes the Santa Fe's design so effective is its return to a more upright, boxy shape after years of sloping roof lines dominating SUV design. The door openings are nearly square, providing 4.2 inches more vertical clearance than the previous generation. This allows seniors to slide into the seat with minimal hip rotation, a movement that becomes increasingly painful for those with arthritis or after hip replacement surgery. The Santa Fe's seat height is positioned at 27.4 inches from the ground. What our research shows is the ideal height for most seniors, Dr. Townsend explains. It's low enough to avoid climbing up, but high enough to avoid the deep drop-in that makes sedans problematic for those with hip issues. For seniors with more severe mobility challenges, the Santa Fe offers another game-changing feature on higher trim levels: Remote Smart Parking Assist. This feature allows my patients to exit the vehicle in their driveway, then use the key fob to guide the vehicle into a narrow garage space, Dr. Townsend notes. Then when leaving, they can summon the vehicle out of the tight space before attempting to enter it. This eliminates the most challenging scenario: entering or exiting when the door can only partially open. 5. The audiologist's choice: Buick Encore GX. Dr. Rebecca Goldstein, an audiologist specializing in age-related hearing loss, sees a direct connection between vehicle noise levels and driving fatigue among seniors. Many of my patients with hearing aids experience what we call listening fatigue when driving in noisy environments, she explains. The cognitive load of filtering out road and wind noise while trying to focus on conversations or navigation instructions can be exhausting and dangerous. This is why Dr. Goldstein specifically recommends the Buick Encore GX for her patients with hearing concerns. Buick's quiet tuning technology isn't just about luxury. It's about creating a safer acoustic environment for drivers with hearing challenges, she notes. The Encore GX achieves decibel levels that are 4 to 6 decibels lower than competitors at highway speeds, which represents a roughly 30% reduction in perceived noise. What makes the Encore GX particularly effective is its comprehensive approach to sound isolation. While most vehicles address wind noise, Buick's triple-sealed doors and acoustic laminated glass also target road noise, the low-frequency drone that is particularly problematic for hearing aid users. Hearing aids amplify all sounds, not just the ones you want to hear, Dr. Goldstein explains. The Encore GX's sound profile is specifically balanced to minimize the frequencies that most commonly interfere with hearing aid function. For seniors who frequently travel with passengers, the Encore GX offers another crucial benefit: exceptional voice clarity for conversations. The acoustic shaping of the cabin minimizes reverberation and echo, which are the primary obstacles to understanding speech in a moving vehicle, Dr. Goldstein notes. Many of my patients report being able to maintain conversations with rear seat passengers without turning their heads, something they couldn't do in their previous vehicles. The Encore GX also earned Dr. Goldstein's recommendation for its thoughtful infotainment audio system. The customizable frequency response allows hearing aid users to emphasize the specific frequencies they struggle with rather than just turning up the overall volume, she explains. This creates less hearing fatigue on longer drives and reduces the cognitive load of listening. 6. The orthopedic choice: Volvo XC60. Dr. Robert Fernandez, an orthopedic surgeon who specializes in trauma care for seniors, has a unique perspective on vehicle selection. I don't just think about what's comfortable. I think about what will best protect my patients' skeletal systems in the event of an accident, he explains. As we age, bone density decreases and fracture risk increases dramatically. The right vehicle design can make the difference between minor injuries and catastrophic ones. This is why Dr. Fernandez consistently recommends the Volvo XC60 to his senior patients. Volvo's seats are literally designed with input from orthopedic surgeons to provide optimal skeletal support, he notes. The seat frame geometry follows the natural S-curve of the spine more accurately than any competitor, which not only improves comfort, but provides significantly better protection in rear-end collisions. What truly sets the XC60 apart from an orthopedic perspective is its unique whiplash protection system, WHIPS. This system allows the entire seat back to move in a controlled manner during a rear impact, reducing forces on the spine by up to 30% compared to conventional seats, Dr. Fernandez explains. For seniors with osteoporosis or previous vertebral fractures, this feature alone justifies choosing the Volvo. The XC60 also features another critical safety system that Dr. Fernandez highlights: run-off road protection. Many serious accidents involving senior drivers occur when they accidentally leave the roadway due to momentary confusion or distraction, he notes. Volvo's system detects when the vehicle leaves the road and automatically tightens the seat belts while activating energy-absorbing seat structures that reduce vertical impact forces, the type most likely to cause spinal compression fractures in seniors. For patients with reduced bone density, the XC60's body structure offers another layer of protection. Volvo uses more high-strength steel in critical areas than any competitor in this class, Dr. Fernandez points out. This creates a more rigid passenger cell that better protects the skeletal system from intrusion injuries, which are particularly dangerous for seniors with osteoporosis. 7. The general practitioner's choice: Honda CR-V. Dr. Thomas Wilson, a family medicine physician who specializes in geriatric care, takes a holistic view of vehicle recommendation. As a GP, I'm looking at the total health picture: physical capabilities, cognitive function, stress management, and long-term independence, he explains. The right vehicle needs to address all these factors without creating new problems. This comprehensive approach is why Dr. Wilson consistently recommends the Honda CR-V to his senior patients. The CR-V excels at what I call cognitive ergonomics. It minimizes mental workload during driving, which is crucial for seniors experiencing even mild cognitive changes. He notes, the straightforward, intuitive controls don't require dividing attention between the road and complex menus. What makes the CR-V particularly valuable from a medical perspective is its rejection of the industry trend toward touchscreen-only controls. Research clearly shows that physical controls for primary functions like climate and audio can be operated with minimal visual confirmation, Dr. Wilson explains. This allows older drivers to keep their eyes on the road, reducing accident risk and mental fatigue. For seniors managing multiple health conditions, the CR-V offers another significant advantage: stress reduction through reliability. Vehicle breakdowns represent a serious health risk for seniors, especially those with cardiac conditions, Dr. Wilson notes. The psychological stress of vehicle reliability concerns can trigger physical symptoms. The CR-V's documented reliability record directly translates to lower stress levels and better overall health outcomes. The CR-V's visibility design also addresses a common challenge for older drivers. Natural age-related changes in depth perception and spatial awareness make parking and maneuvering increasingly stressful, Dr. Wilson explains. The CR-V's greenhouse design prioritizes outward visibility, with a lower beltline and larger rear window than most competitors, reducing the anxiety that many seniors experience in parking situations. Perhaps most importantly, the CR-V's controls are designed to accommodate the dexterity challenges that come with age. The buttons and knobs are sized and spaced to be easily operated even by those with mild arthritis or reduced finger sensitivity, Dr. Wilson points out. This seemingly minor detail can significantly extend driving independence by eliminating the frustration that comes with trying to operate too small or too sensitive controls. The consequences of choosing the wrong vehicle extend far beyond comfort or convenience for seniors. They can directly impact health outcomes, independence, and quality of life. Research from the American Geriatric Society shows that seniors who stop driving experience significantly higher rates of depression, social isolation, and accelerated physical decline compared to those who maintain their driving independence. Even more concerning, data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reveals that seniors who drive vehicles poorly suited to their physical needs are up to 35% more likely to be involved in accidents. The wrong vehicle doesn't just limit mobility, it creates active safety risks through poor visibility, distracting interfaces, or physical discomfort that diverts attention from the road. The financial implications are equally serious. Many seniors on fixed incomes make the costly mistake of prioritizing purchase price over medical suitability, only to find themselves trading vehicles frequently as health issues make driving uncomfortable or unsafe. A single vehicle trade within just a few years can cost $8,000 to $10,000 in depreciation and transaction expenses, money that could have been saved by choosing a more suitable vehicle initially. Perhaps most troubling is the unnecessary surrender of independence that occurs when seniors choose vehicles that exacerbate their medical conditions. A study from the University of Michigan Transportation Research Institute found that seniors who selected vehicles aligned with their physical needs extended their driving careers by an average of 7.3 years, compared to those who selected vehicles based primarily on brand preference or price. What makes these doctor-recommended SUVs truly remarkable isn't just their senior-friendly features, it's the stark contrast between what medical professionals recommend and what the automotive industry markets to older drivers. While car companies aggressively promote luxury badging, complex technology packages, and styling to seniors, doctors consistently prioritize functional design, simplicity, and ergonomic features that directly address age-related changes. The twist is that many of the features car manufacturers heavily promote to seniors, like larger touchscreens, sport-tuned suspensions, and voice-activated controls, are precisely what medical professionals identify as problematic. Touch interfaces require visual confirmation that diverts eyes from the road, firm suspensions transmit jarring impacts to sensitive joints, and voice systems often struggle with the speech patterns of older adults. What's particularly revealing is how vehicle design trends have moved directly counter to the needs of an aging driver population. Over the past decade, automotive design has embraced higher belt lines, smaller windows, and the elimination of physical controls. All changes that medical professionals identify as harmful for senior drivers. The gap between what seniors actually need and what manufacturers are designing continues to widen, making informed vehicle selection more crucial than ever. This disconnect isn't accidental. The automotive industry's focus groups and marketing research consistently skew younger than their actual buyer demographics. The average new car buyer is 53 years old, and for many SUVs, the average buyer age exceeds 65. Yet vehicle design continues to prioritize the preferences expressed by 25 to 40-year-olds in consumer research. Choosing the right SUV as a senior driver isn't just about comfort or convenience, it's about extending your driving independence by years or even decades. The vehicles recommended by medical professionals aren't necessarily the ones with the most luxury features or the highest price tags, but rather those specifically engineered to address the physical challenges that seniors face behind the wheel. While car manufacturers continue marketing their latest models based on styling, technology, and brand prestige, the doctors who work daily with senior patients focus on the features that actually matter for health, safety, and continued independence. Visibility design that compensates for reduced peripheral vision, ergonomics that accommodate limited mobility, simplified controls that minimize cognitive load, and suspension tuning that protects sensitive joints. By understanding these medically important features and choosing an SUV that addresses your specific health considerations, you can significantly extend your driving independence, enhance your safety on the road, and maintain the freedom that comes with confident mobility as you age. Are you or a loved one driving one of these doctor-recommended SUVs? I'd love to hear about your experience in the comments below. Have you found other vehicles that excel at addressing senior driving challenges? Share your insights to help others make informed decisions. If you found this information valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content on making smart automotive decisions as we age. I'm working on a follow-up video exploring sedans and crossovers that doctors recommend for seniors with specific medical conditions, so make sure you're subscribed to catch that when it releases. Thanks for watching, and remember, the right vehicle choice today can mean years of additional driving independence tomorrow. Drive safe.